Good Monday morning, Oswego, and welcome to Top in the Morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Roberts. Coming up this morning, a new survey has been released about the quality of education at Syracuse University, and the results weren't positive. Also, police are looking for a missing boy from Alexandria Bay. We'll have a more in-depth look at your top stories in just a moment, but first, a quick check of your weather to get you out the door with meteorologist Jack Tieber. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Megan. How you doing? I'm meteorologist Jack Tiebers. Coming up on 8:31. We'll take a look at our current conditions outside the campus center. It's a little bit of a mist outside. We had some earlier showers that are starting to move out of the area, but for now it's 57, like I said, outside the campus center. It's kind of a wet start to your day, but that is going to be changing as we head toward lunchtime. We're going to start to clear up a little bit, and we're actually going to have a nice finish to the day, which is going to be pretty nice. We just have some showers hanging out around central New York and up toward the Adirondacks. Those, like I said, are starting to push their way out, as you can see on the map. And that's all part of this larger system. This, the lighter shades right here indicating a cold front. It's a weak cold front that's moving through, so it's not going to be, you're not going to be feeling a huge decrease in temperatures. But you can see just off to the west, we have some clearing that is going to start pushing through as we get towards around 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. So your day planner, again, light showers this morning, hanging in the mid-50s. By noon, we'll be seeing some light showers. And I'm thinking right around that time is when we'll start to clear out and we'll have a nice finish to the day. We'll take a look at your full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll send it back to Megan.
At Syracuse University, where a year's schooling costs as much as a new BMW, a new survey shows a majority of students are dissatisfied with the quality of instruction and course availability. The survey asked questions about the quality of faculty advisors, the availability of courses, and the quality of instruction. Students were asked to rate these qualities on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being very satisfactory. When asked about their professors' ability to get students excited about the course subject, 55% of respondents said that they were dissatisfied or neutral. The survey was conducted last semester by the Undergraduates for Better Education, an on-campus organization. Leaders of the organization hope school administrators will take the survey seriously and improve their results. A new major addition to Destiny USA's entertainment lineup is open after more than 2 years of anticipation. Revolutions, located on the 3rd floor of the mall's Canyon area, kicked off the soft opening phase yesterday. The 55,000 square foot complex includes a 24-lane bowling alley with dark cherry floors, black lights, and high-definition projectors. It has an arcade with 50 games and dance floor, a Las Vegas-style showroom with seating for more than 200 people, 2 bars, and the Red Brick Grill, a casual dining restaurant. The grand opening festivities will take place starting Friday. Well, state police are trying to find a missing teenager from Alexandria Bay. Investigators say 15-year-old Scott M. Francher Jr. was last seen leaving his home on Thursday morning at about 7 o'clock. He hasn't been seen since. Troopers believe Francher may be somewhere in the vicinity of the city of Watertown. Anyone with information on the teen's whereabouts is asked to call state police in Alexandria Bay at 315-482-2525 or State Police in Watertown at 315-782-2112. Syracuse neighbors are outraged and rallying for change. Yesterday was the first ever Get Your Kids rally against street violence. The rally was organized in response to the shocking death of 70-year-old James Gifford from Syracuse, who was beaten to death last month outside the 7-Eleven convenience store. The suspect is an 18-year-old who police say has a long criminal history. The rally urges parents to get their kids involved in positive hobbies or activities like youth football or the YMCA. Another rally was held in Syracuse this weekend for juvenile justice reform. The rally was sparked by 30-year-old Morris Hudson, who spent 10 years under criminal justice supervision for a felony he committed as a juvenile. Emily Napierre of the Alliance of Communities Transforming Syracuse said Hudson is a part of a flawed juvenile justice system. About 170 community members, among them state legislators, Syracuse Common Council members, and a representative from the Syracuse City School District, came out to call for reform in how juveniles are treated in the system. New York and North Carolina are the only 2 states to prosecute 16-year-olds as adults. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll have more on your weather. Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school,
Good.
and that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We are the Tigers from Pack 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
My husband! Where's my husband?
Stop.
What's she doing? 2,
She was a passenger. So I was T-boned on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk. I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed. Well, sir, you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Good morning and welcome back. So, Jack, it was a beautiful weekend this weekend. It was warm. You got to get out in shorts and a T-shirt even, but are we finally making the turn into some cold weather?
Yeah, we're starting to make that shift as we get into later in the month. We are going to be seeing that trend switch over to, more cooler temperatures, and it'll feel more like fall. In fact, this weekend was spectacular. Went out to the Lafayette Apple Fest just south of Syracuse, and it was actually very warm. Temps were sort of in the mid-70s at some point. But let's take a look at the current conditions outside the campus center right now. It's not an awful start to the day. It is a little rainy out there as you head out to class. 57 with some light drizzle as you head out to class this morning. Temps across the state. 53 up in Plattsburgh, 42 down in Poughkeepsie, holding in the mid-50s in central New York and also toward western New York this morning. The radar is showing this line of showers running from the Adirondacks all the way down through central New York and starting to fizzle out over western New York. That's all part of a cold front. It's a weak cold front that's moving through the area, and you can sort of see it on the satellite. Those these lighter colors that are moving through the state, that's the leading edge of that cold front. But if you look off to the west, you can see some of that clearing. This is slow moving. As it comes through, you'll start to see some clearing as we head into the afternoon. So it's going to be actually a pretty nice end to the day. Again, you can see that cold front. This is way up in northern Canada right now, reaching all the way down through central New York. Behind it, it's cooler air. It's not very cold, but it will keep the temperatures into the lower 60s today. The next system that moves through come Wednesday, then we'll start to see much cooler temperatures and seasonal temperatures for this time of the year. So taking a look at your forecast for today, 9 a.m., those showers start to move out as we get towards 11 a.m. This map is showing it's clear, but it's not the best representation of it because we'll still have some cloud cover around 11 o'clock, maybe some sprinkles near Oswego down through Fulton and into Syracuse as well. 2 p.m., then we start to clear out a little bit. The showers start to push off to the east of Interstate 81. I'm thinking that's where it's going to, the clouds will start to linger much longer throughout the day. As we get into the 5 o'clock hour, we should start to clear out throughout pretty much all of central New York and have a pretty nice finish to the day. So today, rain to start, clearing close to 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, around that range here in Oswego, 62 for the high. And tonight, it's really going to be a nice finish to the day, clearing up with a low of 50. Your 5-day forecast, tomorrow morning, maybe some sprinkles, early in the morning, but tomorrow's looking like the best pick of the day. Times close to 70. And as we head out into the rest of the week, we'll be seeing a chance for some showers Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday with temperatures into the upper 60s. Let's send it back over to Megan with the rest of your top stories for the morning.
Okay, thanks, Jack. The Albany area was visited by an inspiring individual Saturday when former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords came to a gun show in Spa City. This was the first gun show Giffords has attended since being shot in the head 2 years ago. Her husband, Mark Kelly, says she is on a mission to save people's lives. Giffords spoke with gun dealers and gun owners, all of whom support her message that America needs better background checks for gun sales. The Congresswoman felt that New York's mandate on tougher background checks is the model for her plan. Well, the partial government shutdown will enter its 14th day today, just 3 days before the U.S. government bumps up against its projected borrowing limit. Talks both on ending the shutdown and avoiding the debt ceiling have shifted to the Senate, as Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid and Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, along with other top senators, began discussions this weekend. However, members say that they left Sunday night without making much progress. The markets could be feeling the fear of a default. This morning, U.S. stock futures are down for the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500. That's a far cry from the optimism seen last week when stocks rallied. That optimism for a debt deal turned out to be short-lived. Allison Kosick has more with the details.
The U.S. is 3 days away from the debt ceiling deadline, the possibility of default sparking concern of potential economic turmoil around the world.
If there was a problem lifting the debt ceiling, it could well be that what is now a recovery would turn into a recession or even worse.
Here at home, a default could mean a serious hit to your investments, like your 401k. Wall Street now waiting on Washington to dictate the trades as banks are predicting the S&P 500 could see painful losses as high as 45% if an agreement isn't reached.
Here in Chicago, we've seen the housing market really pick up here in the last year, and like many places, that has been helped by low interest rates for people looking for loans. But all of that could change if the government defaults, because interest rates on home loans could spike, or even worse, we could see another credit squeeze, making it much harder to borrow.
A default also means interest rates for credit cards and student loans would spike as well, as payments from the government would dry up.
Washington, meet Main Street. We're here outside of a local Social Security Benefits Administration office here in Washington, D.C. Could we be seeing worried recipients of those benefits show up at offices all across the country? Roughly 58 million Americans rely on those benefits, but Treasury Secretary Jack Lew, he says if the debt ceiling isn't raised, it could be a problem paying them.
The ripples of a default would be far-reaching, the global marketplace feeling the effects of the weakening dollar. The U.S.'s current debt limit sits just under $16.7 trillion.
Our systems were not designed to not pay our bills.
Despite some cries of impending chaos, some Republicans say sounding the alarms is a bit sensational.
I'd rather have a managed catastrophe now, which I don't think will be there.
I think this is the 11th time I've been through this discussion about the sky is falling and the earth will erupt.
More recently, the U.S. teetered dangerously close to the debt ceiling deadline in August 2011, where a deal was struck in the 11th hour.
And now we'll take a look at what's happening in Oz with John Mangello. John?
Thanks, Megan. Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to talk to you about what's going on this week on campus and what you might have missed if you decide to stay in this weekend. So tonight at 7 inside of the Hewitt Union Ballroom is the annual Take Back the Night rally, March and Speak Out. This event is for all of those who wish to take a stand against domestic and sexual assault. Women who want to participate can share either a poem, experience, or personal speech before a candlelight vigil closes the night. Anybody who supports the cause, regardless of gender, is invited to attend. And this Friday, October 18th, the Ray Bradbury classic novel, Fahrenheit 451, gets recreated on the stage at our very own Waterman Theater. It's a political satire about the state of our society, in which the people who live in it are ignorant, and they praise the men who write the books they read. Tickets are $12 for the general public and $7 for SUNY Oswego students with their ID. Parking is available for free in front of Culkin Hall and in the Fennell Hall parking lot. And this past Saturday, the Oswego Film Club screened the horror films from their annual 48-hour film festival. Once a semester, students are given 48 hours, that's 2 days, to complete a short film based on a certain theme or genre. This last theme was horror in honor of Halloween. In total, 6 films were in the competition, with the film titled In Between Days winning Best Film overall. Now, if horror isn't your thing, or if you couldn't find 48 straight hours of doing nothing, which honestly is near impossible, there is another competition coming up in the spring with a theme of mixed emotions. And that's all I got for you. I'll be back later to talk about entertainment and such.
Okay, thanks, John. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have a story on how the government shutdown are affecting things over in Alaska. Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry.
Pastor Honey? 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm Al Roker, class of '76, Oswego State University. You're watching WTOP, Channel 10. We didn't have this when I was in school. We just had radio and smoke signals.
We are Cub Scouts from Oswego, Pack 888, and you are watching WTOP.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Good morning and welcome back. So, Jack, it was a beautiful weekend, but looks like everyone's going to be needing their umbrellas and raincoats this coming week.
Yeah, you'll need the umbrella as you head out this morning. Toward the end of the day, you won't really need it, but you just might need the light jacket because it's going to be a nice finish to the day, but the rest of the week, looks like Wednesday might be the beginning of fall weather, real fall weather. So, but we just got to get through today. So let's take a look at our current conditions. Outside the campus center right now, 57. Feels like 57 too, and some winds out of the southwest at 7 miles an hour. It's not too bad out there as you head out. Like I said earlier, just some light mist and maybe some heavier rain later, but we really won't be seeing it much as we get into lunchtime. Temps around the state, mid 40s up in Glens Falls, mid to upper 40s, low 50s, hanging in the mid 50s in central New York, and the same thing pretty much all over the state. And we have right now these rain showers that are centered up really all the way up toward Canada, going down through the Appalachians, down into like the mid-central New York, down toward Binghamton. Those are actually the leading edge of a cold front that's coming through. You can actually see it on the current satellite. Right here, these light colors going all the way down, that's the leading edge of that cold front. But if you look off to the west, you can see clearing right there, and that's going to start to push through as we get into the afternoon. Again, this graphic here to show that we don't really have to worry about this too much, but this kind of shows that cold front, and behind it, that pocket of cooler air. It's not a very strong cold front. We're not going to be seeing a drastic change in temperature today, but it's really just showing that cold front going through. Your forecast for today, as I said, the showers will start to move out right around lunchtime, just after lunchtime. This image here doesn't really show it the best because it doesn't show the cloud cover, it's just showing the rain. But you can see we have some spotty showers just to the east of us. Around east of Interstate 81 is where they'll be seeing the cloud cover linger for most of the day, but we'll start to clear out just after 12 o'clock going into 3 o'clock. And again, here, we're pretty much all clear right around 2 o'clock. As we take a look at your forecast for today, rain to start, clearing up right around 3 o'clock. As I said, 62 for the high. Tonight, clearing up is going to be a really nice finish to the day, low of 50. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast, tomorrow is the best day of the week. It's going to be a beautiful day, near 70 tomorrow. Wednesday, that next system moves through, and we'll start to see it getting cooler as we head into Thursday with some rain showers on Thursday and Friday and temps in the upper 50s. Remember to follow us up online. We're up at Twitter at WTOP10, at Facebook as well. And if you have weather pictures to send us, you can send them anytime, meteorology at WTOP10.com. All right, let's take a look at the current traffic conditions. It is Columbus Day, so there aren't too many school buses out on the roads. It's kind of an easy go. Again, you're going to want to be careful as you head out. Give yourself some extra room in front of the car, to the car in front of you, because the roads are a little slick as you're heading out. We do have a vehicle fire in Syracuse right now if you're going to the Metro Center, 690 East at 81 North. That's just a few blocks away from the Metro Center, so if you're heading down there, expect some delays. Other than that, the roads look just fine. Let's send it back to Megan for the rest of your morning headlines.
Thanks, Jack. The effects of the government shutdown have rippled all the way to the waters of Alaska. That was the message delivered on Capitol Hill Friday by Keith Colburn, an Alaskan crab fisherman and star of the Discovery Channel reality show, The Deadliest Catch. Speaking before the Senate Commerce Committee, Colburn said that the furloughs of the staff from the National Oceanic Administration mean they won't be around to assign quotas for the start of Alaska's crab fishing season next week. The quota assignments required for all fishermen in the area are doled out to prevent overfishing, with each fisherman entitled to a certain percentage of the total catch. A Wedding Crashers star is expecting a baby, and the movie 50 Shades of Grey is missing its leading man. For more on these stories, Christina Muchler has more.
Owen Wilson is going to be a dad once again. Reps for the star say he and his fitness trainer are expecting their first child. Us Weekly reports the 44-year-old actor and his trainer are not an item, but he says he will be there for her and the baby. From a new dad to a new leading man, actor Charlie Hunnam will not star in the movie version of 50 Shades of Grey. Universal Pictures said that Hunnam's busy TV schedule was to blame. Casting for a new Christian Grey has begun. Taking a look at the box office, Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, stays in orbit at #1. The space drama took in a record $44.3 million. In second place, Captain Phillips, starring Tom Hanks. The high seas drama based on a true story brings up $26 million. And in the third spot, the animated comedy Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. The family favorite grossed $14.2 million. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Christina Muchler.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's about to get a little bit repetitive in here, but you know what? The more you hear something, the truer it is, right? So it's time for the only news that you really care about, even if you don't admit it publicly, and that's your entertainment and celebrity gossip. Yay! First, let's take a look at your box office numbers from this past weekend. I know you just heard them, but bear with me. Opening at #4 is the star-studded Machete Kills, starring Danny Trejo and featuring the film debut of Lady Gaga. I mean, if you can call it an opening. The film made an embarrassing $3.7 million nationwide, people. That's even worse when you consider it opened at almost 2,500 theaters. I bet if Machete could, he would kill last weekend and start over. At #3 this week, as you just saw, is the animated Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, earning $14.2 million for a total of $78 million overall. Debuting in second is the Paul Greengrass thriller Captain Phillips, starring Tom Hanks. It earned an impressive $26 million. And holding down the top spot again this week is the Sandra Bullock and George Clooney-led Gravity, bringing in another $44.25 million for a total of $123.4 million. And also, as you heard, ladies, you're going to need to listen up again. I have some 50 Shades of Grey news for you. Are you ready? Okay, let's go then. Less than 72 hours after the original Christian Grey, Charlie Hunnam announced he was leaving the film. Twitter has been blowing up with people suggesting who they think should replace him. So far, Matt Bomer has been the most popular choice, while in second place is generic guy with really tight abs. The film's production schedule hasn't changed despite the departure and is still scheduled for a 2015 release. And you know how you can tell when a celebrity's fallen from the top? Well, I'll tell you. People actually ban you from going to their movie theater. Who is this I'm speaking of? Well, it's none other than the biggest Super Bowl halftime show embarrassment not named the Black Eyed Peas, Madonna. This weekend, she was at an advanced screening of the upcoming Steve McQueen film 12 Years a Slave, which, side note, I am giddy as a schoolgirl for. Anyways, according to another patron, during the movie she was constantly on her BlackBerry, first flaw, doing whatever it is that Madonna does. The woman said that she kindly asked Madonna to put her phone away before Madonna snapped back at her, "It's for business, enslaver." Enslaver? Well, yeah, cool story, Madonna. And now she's banned from that theater. And cool, if that's the only thing Madonna's talking about these days. So I guess, you know, whatever. That's a true story. I didn't make any of that up.
That's really surprising, I guess. I mean, maybe you would expect it. I don't know.
Now let me ask you, Megan, because you are a young female. So who would you like to see cast as Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey?
Okay, when you said that it would be the typical tight-abbed, good-looking guy,
that's who I want.
I think
just
of
for
maybe Channing Tatum.
Authenticity.
Might play in that, but I don't know if that's really his scene.
What about? I bet Jack could do it.
Jack.
could probably
There we
do
go.
it.
Jack Teber.
Jack could probably do it. Our meteorologist over there.
We'll see about that.
You got my vote, Jack.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll rejoin this conversation after the break. Stay with us.
Precious. One careless act caused by people, and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt. I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Starting November 11th, Google will be able to include Google Plus users' faces, names, and comments in ads. The content will be pulled from reviews they've made on Google Plus or other tied-in Google services like YouTube or Google Play. The advertisements won't just appear on regular Google searches. Google Ads are a sprawling business, and a person's face could show up on any of the 2 million sites that are part of the Google Ad network. But don't worry, if you don't want to see your face popping up in ads, it's easy to opt out. Well, we'll take a look at your final forecast with meteorologist Jack Teber. Jack?
All right, so we're going to be taking a look at, let's see if we can get this graphic up on the screen here. You can see your forecast. Yeah, as you head out the door this morning, you need the umbrella. But by around 2, 3 o'clock, all you'll really need is a jacket because it's going to be a very nice finish to the day. Temps around 60. Don't forget to follow us online also at Twitter at WTOP10, also on Facebook. And send us your pictures, folks. We love to hear from you. We love to see your pictures, meteorology at WTOP10.com. And I'll see what I can do about that
Christian
role.
Grey right here,
You should
America.
send in your picture
Look at
for
him.
50 Shades of Grey audition.
You
Yeah,
should.
I don't have a headshot. If anybody's a photographer, you know,
Just screen grab it and send it to Hollywood. You got it.
Well, that is going to do it for us here this morning. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Megan Roberts.
I'm Jack Teber.
And I'm John Mangello.
Have a great morning, Oswego.